Hi guys, this is Mike from the last Corvette. Wanted to do a quick video. I also took several pictures. So this is my old mirror off a, obviously, one package Corvette, and here's the damage right there. So you can't buff that out. That's through the clear into the plastic. Now, so being that this is a base, this is how the plug looks. And I took a picture of the plug that I got, and I'll explain to you guys what the two extra plugs are. So all this is here is power mirrors. So obviously up, down, side to side, and then your heated portion, because all of them did come with outside heated mirrors. Now, this here is the outer panel. As you can see, here's your tweeter. The subwoofer mounts to the door. Pretty simple. You got one connection here on the door. It's basically a typical jam latch connection. You just pull on it and it comes right off. You got a couple of connections here for your unlock button, obviously your tweeter, and that's really it. So these are all of your clips that have to come out, and they require a little bit of power or some ass behind it. And this one here actually broke off, so I am super gluing this bracket, and it happens. And I'm using a trim kit set, and you need for something like this. Just because otherwise you'll be scratching up the either inner door panel or the panel itself. Now, one of the things that, and you can see this is how it looks with the outer door panel or the door skin off. So the reason I knew how to do this is because of the C5s Corvettes. So to remove the mirrors on C5, C6s, obviously the only difference is the door panel removal process. It's pretty straightforward, but if you go on the internet, they kind of get you halfway, and then they tell you to kind of remove this. You know, this is all like basically like double-sided, or I should say single-sided tape, just for soundproof and whatnot. But that's not the truth. What you got to do is this. You have to remove your sub. The sub is held in, let me see, here by a 7mm. Your door itself, and I'll show you guys, is held in with, if I can find that one now. Okay. To remove the actual outer door skin is a T30 Torx. And then you see this is a single connection with the outer skin. So you got a 7mm, you remove the subwoofer, and then you can reach in like this, and you can feel the 3 screws that hold, well, actually they're studded, they're studs with nuts on them that hold this mirror in. Now to replace the mirror, this here is the plug, and I have a single plug here for your mirror, and I already checked it. It works. There's a grommet here, so you're gonna have to push the grommet out if you're replacing it for whatever reason. Push it out that way after you disconnect, and this is just a simple disconnect, and then fish it through. There's also one more clip that holds the wire kind of out of the way of the window itself when it goes up and down. But you probably can't see it, but I'm gonna try to get a flashlight before I end this video in there. So that's really it. So the way you remove it is the mirror itself, the nuts are 10mm. So you can do it 2 ways. You can either do it with just a open end 10mm wrench, or you can go a different route, and a straight extension or a straight ratchet won't work. You can do a extension with a swivel, because they do sit on like a 25 to 30 degree angle, so you're not gonna be able to just get in there. So if you choose to, you can use a swivel 10mm socket, or you can use just a straight open end or a closed end. I find it easier to do an open end wrench. But the trick is you got to remove the sub. You can just kind of set it out of the way to reach the 3 10 mils. And I don't know why the instructions, even for like carbon fiber mirrors or aftermarket mirrors, tell you to peel all this tape off or this. You're not going to reach anything, and know how. I mean, this right here, if you peel this off, you're going to see the window and all the mounting hardware for the window frame and the regulator. But yeah, so you take the subwoofer out, you reach in. Now, here's the difference, guys. So GM is very well known. So this is a LT1. You got LT2, LT3s. So here are the 2 plugs that I cut off. So this mirror actually came with 3 plugs. This yellow guy is for your XM antenna. Believe it or not, the actual antenna is in the mirror. So this is your XM. And that little guy connects right where all your main grommet goes. Basically, it connects your door to your main body. There is a connection there. So you still got to take the subwoofer out, disconnect this yellow plug. That's your antenna. The 3rd plug that I actually cut right here, I just cut it off and taped it off because same thing, I don't need it. This is, well, self-explanatory. This actually is your memory. So the LT2s, LT3s that came with a memory seat position, that's what this plug is for. It's basically to, you know, I think it's up to the 2 drivers or 3 drivers or whatever, but that's your memory plug. So you got a memory plug and you got a XM radio plug. In this version, I had to cut both of them off because this is a base model. I got XM now on my Pioneer head unit, and all I needed is for the mirror to go side to side, up and down. All right. This is really it. I hope you guys find it, you know, interesting, and maybe somebody can apply it when it's time to remove the door panel. But as far as the door panel goes, the driver's side is very similar to the passenger side. You have to, and I'm trying to figure this out. So you see these 2 notches here, one here. Well, actually, there's only one. This is where you actually put your pry tool in to start prying the door off. And normally what you do is you put the tool in and you start prying it off, and then you start wedging it in, and kind of working from bottom up until you can actually reach your fingers in and then slowly pry it all the way around.